So what do we get for free, Sean? We get unlimited private and public repositories. And as I mentioned, this is huge, right? Because back in the day,
that's a lot.
back in the day, it used to be public, right? Especially with the Git on the Git side, it used to be like open source projects.
Yeah, you didn't get private with the free version before. You had to be open to anybody.
And in case you're wondering what the difference between public and private repos are, it literally means like who can access your repositories, the internet, the World Wide Web, or are they private to you, right? So then nobody can see them unless you grant access to somebody. And so public repos back in the day used to be a problem because any proprietary intellectual property you put in the
you wouldn't want to
repository,
put it up there.
which is not something you want to do, would be public. And so private repos were the way to go. But now we get private everywhere. So this is not, it's a non-topic of discussion anymore. I just wanted to throw it out that back in the day, though, it was.
Oh, yeah. That used to be the termination if you needed a paid tier or the free tier is your requirement to keep things private. But they've changed that.
Okay. I'm not sure what this is. A dependent bot security and version update. So keeps projects secure by automatically opening up pull requests to update vulnerability dependencies and keep them up to date. Does this replace something like a Veracode type of thing, or is this?
I think it supplements.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is where we start to get into interesting territory. Your CI/CD minutes per month.
Yeah.
If you're using,
I was going to say, which is a good thing that this is now in the free version. Years past, GitHub Actions wasn't part of the free version.
Yeah. And if it was, what's also nice is the number of minutes, right? So you want to keep an eye on this as we move and progress across these tiers. This is, I think, price is one key factor of, okay, how much are we paying for? What features are we getting? And then the third one, at least within GitHub, is how many build minutes are we going to get? Now that third element kind of goes out the window if you're going to use a different tool. But if you want to stay vertically stacked within the GitHub tech stack, then 2,000 versus 3,000 versus 50,000 is kind of going to be where you're looking at.
Yeah.
Now, package storage here, this is like JFrog stuff, no?
It is. Yeah. So GitHub has a binary repository that they call packages, and which is pretty much the same thing as the JFrog Artifactory or Sonatype's Nexus.
So I don't do a whole lot of builds and I don't do a whole lot of packages today, but how many minutes is 2,000? Because I remember back in my days, 2016, 2017, 2018, a typical build would run for 4 to 8 minutes.
Yeah, it depends on the industry and your vertical and what you're creating, but I've seen builds that were 72 hours, and I've seen things that are 10, 15 minutes. So I would say the average is probably closer to the 10, 15 minutes. So let's see what it says.
Let's see. Average build time for CI/CD is less than 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say,
I was headed towards the 20-minute. It was what I would consider an average these days. But again, it depends on what you're building.
Right. Well, let's just call it 30 minutes. Let's just say a 30-minute build. So we have 2,000 minutes divided by 30. That gives us 66 runs, essentially.
Yeah.
And so
you're running twice a day. Are you running, so if you're only doing a build a day, then that you're covered here. But if you were running a build an hour, you were now exceeding that limit.
Yeah. Now, if you're an open source project, right, where you don't care if your IP is looked at, you do get free build, right? So this is only for private repositories where you get 66 runs, which I don't feel like it's a lot. Like, I feel like if you have a developer team of at least 10 people, let's assume they all build.
Yeah, you're going to hit this limit quickly.
Yeah. Now, on the package front, these binaries, I don't feel like they're very big. But I mean, I'm assuming they can be big, but these are usually 2-3 megabytes, no?
Oh, at least, yeah. The binary artifacts are usually multiple megabytes.
Yeah. So again, so you're going to get quite a bit, and I think 500 megabytes is a decent amount.
So, but
And also
depending on how
configured
your CI/CD tool or your CI tool is configured, you may be pumping packages into GitHub packages very often. If every build that runs is populating the package repository, you could clearly hit that limit early.
Yeah. And then we get issues and projects, which is basically like having Jira built in.
Yeah, a
So
very lightweight Jira built
very,
in.
very lightweight. And then community support. So there's basically a place where you can go ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
And there's members of the GitHub community that go and answer questions. Very
not
much like
GitHub employees, but other fellow
people like
users.
you and me.
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
and me. Yeah. And then you have some featured add-ons. I'm not sure if you're paying extra for these or not, but you apparently get Copilot.
Yeah.
And you get the GitHub Code Spaces, which is an instant dev environment in the cloud. This is nice. So I'd like both of these add-ons that they just come included in that price already. So you get quite a bit for the free. I think, like I said, back in the day, it used to be just literally public repos. And so you get a decent amount. If you're a small company trying to get started, this is going to get you in the right direction, or get you going in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're an open source project, this is where you should be living.